Well, our last speaker is a very special one. She came all the way from Israel to be with us here this morning. She is a career IDF soldier, 25 years, attaining the rank of lieutenant colonel. She is a criminologist and one of Israel's leading counterterrorism experts. And I know that you need to hear from her this morning because of her flight itinerary. Because she had a direct flight from Ben Gurion to JFK, and then she had a direct flight from JFK to San Antonio that the airline conveniently canceled. But they were polite. They redirected her from JFK to LAX to Dallas-Fort Worth to Houston and then to San Antonio overnight. So she dutifully got on the plane to go to LAX. She took off, and then she turned around and landed again in John F. Kennedy. If you want to know why, CNN helps us with this. Her plane hit a sign on the runway and made the national news. We eventually got her here, and we got her bags here, so we didn't have to go shopping at Walmart like we did with Lance. But I just want to say, Anat, it's a sign. You need to speak to us. Please welcome Knesset member Arnat Berko.
Thank you, Adam. Shalom, everybody. I'm so happy to be here today with you. You know, my sisters and brothers, I feel your love, and we are in Israel, feel your deep and pure love to Israel. Thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. You know, to talk after Michelle, it's impossible for me. And with English, in English, so I'll try to do my best. Jerusalem ever, never was the capital of anybody, just Israel. And when the Palestinians, those people who are singing from the river to the sea, Palestine will be free, who are calling to the destruction of the state of Israel, speaking about Jerusalem as their capital, who they are, what their history, just to delegitimize our rights, our history in Jerusalem. And let me tell you a small secret. You know, I'm not speaking about the Bible. In the Quran, Jerusalem does not mention. The son of Israel, Bnei Israel, Bani of Israel, are mentioned in the Quran. Who are the Palestinians? They are not there. Believe me, they are not there. But for them to ask their capital, a state that never they have, in Jerusalem, is just to legitimize our rights, just to create a mirror imaging of our rights in Jerusalem. And UNESCO that said that there is no connection between the Jewish people and Jerusalem. By saying that, they also denied Christianity. You know, because Jesus Christ, I could speak with him in Hebrew, Robert. He was a settler. You know what? No? I think that he knew Hebrew, not English, and not other languages. The other thing, that there is a miracle here. With your help, with your spirit. We have your embassy, the US Embassy in Jerusalem. Wow, we have that. Trump did that. President Trump, the greatest president, because he's working with common sense, not with politically correctness. Common sense, not those alliances between the leftist, radical left, and Islam. How liberals can speak for radical Islam, and I'm for the Islamist. I'm not speaking about Islam as a whole. You know, I'm from a Jewish Iraqi origin. My family fled from Iraq with nothing as refugees, you know, after 2,600 years. And you have 1 million Jews from Arab countries. Are they still refugee? Did they make a career from being refugees forever? No, we're not. We're 6 children. And our parents told us, you must be good, you must have the best education, and to do for your own country and to build a country. You're not a refugee. But the Palestinian, they made a career from being refugees, 70 years. And I have pictures to show you in my lecture, I'll do that. So President Trump, with your help, cut the budget of UNRWA that keeps them refugees. A plot for UNRWA, I don't know if you know this organization, that, give them education, but also a platform and a place that facilitate the Hamas, that they took the schools of UNRWA in Gaza Strip and shoot missiles targeting Israeli civilians. And the word is silence. And the word is silence. The other thing, President Trump just declared the Golan Heights part of the state of Israel. So President Trump said that he doesn't want that ISIS will swim in the Kinneret Lake, right? No, we don't want the blood of those barbaric terror organizations, of the caliphate in our Kinneret. No, no way. And it's very interesting. The Ottoman controlled Jerusalem. Jordan was in Jerusalem between 1948 to 1967. Nobody of them made Jerusalem as the capital of their own states. Never, ever. But just now, this claim is to deny our rights of the Jewish people. That's it. The other thing is the delegitimization of the state of Israel by carry out BDS. Before I came to the Knesset, and I was 4 years in the Knesset, I'm not a professional politician. Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu approached me 4 years ago, and he asked me to join the Likud party and to get a seat in the Knesset because of my expertise in counterterrorism. And I became a Knesset member, and I have a lot of legislation, and I speak about that later, related to counterterrorism, related to our soldiers. Our soldiers. And Michelle prayed for our soldier here in our table. That, in Israel it's compulsory service. At the age of 18, they give everything to the state of Israel. They give their life. They give us the ability to conduct and to manage our ordinary life. But at the same time, we see that we have the enemy that rely on our values. And they're using children and women as human shields at the Gaza Strip and targeting Israeli children. We wouldn't let it go. Think about missiles from Tijuana targeting San Diego. What would America would do? I gave 6 years ago a lecture at Columbia University. And when they presented me, they said, Lieutenant Colonel Dr. Arnat Berko. And they said before that, can you say just Dr. Arnat Berko? And I said, but I'm very proud to be a soldier at the IDF. I'm very proud that I gave my country for 25 years. I'm very proud that my children served at the IDF and still serving in reserve. I'm very proud that my husband also served in the intelligence. I'm very proud. I'll let you know, short story. A week ago, my daughter married a guy, a captain. She was intelligence officer at the Gaza division. He was a captain. She was a lieutenant. He was a captain at the Gaza division. They actually met at the protective age operation 4 years ago. And they got married. After they bombed there, and they said, oh, the love flourished under the booming. This is Israel. This is our spirit in Israel. So, about the BDS, I want to say something from my experience before I was a Knesset member. There is no freedom of speech. There is no academic freedom of speech, not in Europe and not in America. Listen to me. I cannot speak in America on campus without having a policeman inside the audience. You know why? And I'm not speaking about being a politician. Because I'm Israeli, because I'm Jewish, and because there are people who come and bullying the other students. So let me tell you that we are cherishing our Judeo-Christian values, and we are going to protect them because we don't have any other choice. In Europe, they start to understand. You know, I was the head of the delegation for the OSCE 4 years. And when I started my work and I started to speak with them about terrorism, they didn't want to hear anything. After that, you know, they put me in a committee dealing with counterterrorism, and they asked me, even after being a Knesset member, could you help us? And I told our prime minister, and we are very happy that he'll stay our prime minister, and we'll work together with the great president that you have, Trump. And I told him, why, Prime Minister, you share intelligence with states who do not vote for us at the UN. Their children are not more important than our children. But we have our moral and values, and we try to help everybody, and we do that. You know, I'm in the security business, and I was the head of the subcommittee dealing with cybersecurity at the Knesset 4 years. And I want to tell you, and to finish with that, Adam, I know that we're rushing time. Yeah? You know, I'll tell you something, and I'll say it in Arabic. You know, 20 years I spent face-to-face with terrorists. You know, the story about Clarice, the movie, sitting with Hannibal Lecter, Silence of the Lamb. I was Clarice, but for real, without any barrier with them. 20 years. You can read my books. And one of them told me, نبدأ بالسبت ونحلس بالأحد, which means we'll start with Shabbat, and tomorrow is Shabbat, Saturday, and finish on Sunday. Did you get it? And this is the bottom line. Nothing starts with the Jews and finished with the Jews. We are the canary in the mine. And all of us together with this good spirit will make it. America, and God bless Israel, and God bless America. Thank you, and Shabbat Shalom.